You are now entering the realm of Ty and Slob, now in syndication.
Let's go. Well, this is Tyler DePascal here. Yeah, this is his car, all right. Sir, how do you respond to the allegations that Matt Ryan is a drug addict? Why did you cut Matt Ryan?
No media in the backyard.
Why did you cut Matt Ryan, sir?
Comment.
Are the allegations true? Did Matt Ryan sleep with your wife? Is it true? Can you confirm these allegations?
Guys, no comment at this time.
Can you confirm the allegations? Why did you cut Matt Ryan? Why did you cut Matt Ryan?
Hey, welcome back to Ty and Slob, now in syndication. I'm Ty, he's Slob, and welcome back to the Podcast League, Week 4. Very interesting week here, and just got to say something. 3-0, bitches! Fuck you! Other than that, interesting trades going on. We'll get to that. That trades inside, outside the league. Plus, we got your dumpster diving, your boneheads and boner jams, and of course the predictions as well for the league. So anyway, what do you think about the kneeling? Like, what do you got?
I just think my rhythm's totally thrown off because we had like this sweet riff on Lawrence O'Donnell, and it was like, it was so spontaneous, and now it's just...
We had to throw that away.
Yeah, now we just can't do that.
We can't do it live now. We already did it live, and one of the cameras fucked up. So now we can't do it live, and Lawrence O'Donnell, we're just not going to talk about it.
I mean, that's maybe one of these days in the bloopers section, the behind the music episode, you'll get to see some of that, but fortunately it's for our eyes only, I guess. Wait, what'd you ask me about the kneeling?
Yeah, the kneeling during the national anthem thing. You just went off on this Lawrence O'Donnell thing. We'll get to that later, but yeah.
But let's not get back to that later. You know, to be honest, the more I think about it, the more I don't even understand it. Isn't kneeling like what people do when the king walks by? Like, isn't that more subservient? Like, of all the different ways you could disrespect the flag, isn't kneeling like almost more respectful than standing up? You know, like
it's just
like when a man proposes to a woman in the movies.
Down to a knee, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like in Game of Thrones, it's this whole thing. It's like, bend the knee, Jon Snow, and he's like, I bend the knee for no one. And you know,
what if just the PA announcer at the stadium? That could solve the entire thing. The PA announcer just says, "Everyone, please kneel for the national anthem," and the players would be like,
"Well, that's disgusting." It's like, I mean, even before the game starts, I wouldn't want my pants touching the floor of any stadium in America. You kidding me?
Why?
It's disgusting. When was the last time you sat in the bleachers of like a?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want my.
Taking a kneel in the bleachers?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No, forget that. Like, no.
Oh yeah, it's like
I love
beer
America
and peanuts and gum. And last week I took a piss during the national anthem when I was watching on TV. So I was standing.
Yeah.
I was standing.
Yeah, you had your hand across your other heart, right? You know?
With the one hand up on the wall, just like, oh, God, in the heart of the brave, and shake it twice, and boom.
Yeah, I'm not kneeling at... I mean, in fact, it only makes sense to kneel if you have some grass to kneel onto.
Yeah.
Like, I love America, and I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. But I won't do that. I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing back the shit. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to bring that back.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I kind of want to. Something kind of happened this week. We made a trade as a podcast. We
had to make a move, guys.
We were looking for a new injury reporter. Dr. Tony was doing a great job. We needed a new one, so we got on the phone to this.
Well, no, let's not lead the viewers astray. We were very happy with.
It was a good trade.
It's just, the thing is, we felt like it was a time to sell high. I mean, he was really hitting it out of the park, and you know, it's just we don't know if we still got the production that he used to have. And the fact of the matter is, we had to upgrade at the sound engineer position. We knew we had to make a move. Yeah. So here we are. We had a lot of interesting offers. We knew that Dr. Tony was our biggest trade piece, and obviously you and me untradeable, right? Like, so
we're locked.
And we were like this close. You remember when I was on the phone with RC Buford, like this close to trading him to the Spurs.
Oh yeah, the Spurs were.
I think he would have been a great fit. You know, like he would have really his veteran leadership. He would have just. You know, I think the Popovich system would have been good for him.
Would have been good. The Spurs make up injuries all the time just to rest players.
Yeah,
so, like, he was
a lot of meat on the bone there.
Yeah, a lot. It's really good.
Day to day old. You know, I mean, come on.
Day to day, he's 40.
Who doesn't? Right? I mean, it's a dream job for any injury reporter. Let's face it.
It would have been good, but he was only offering us Matt Bonner.
Yeah, that's the most we could get back was Matt Bonner. Deal kind of fell through there. Fortunately, we were able to make a trade just with I mean, people normally don't trade. I think the reason they were able to give so much because I think we got a lot back. I'm really excited about this injury reporter. I don't think people like trading with these guys.
Yeah. They kind of are just so dirty. Yeah. You know?
For those of you who are kind of lost, we had to trade him to Antifa, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean,
I'm starting to have some sort of like seller's regret, you know, or seller's remorse. You know, I kind of feel bad.
He was a great injury reporter. You know, it's hard to find good injury reporters. I guess Antifa has like tons of injuries at their silly little free speech rallies and shit.
Gas that they get all the fucking time.
They're always getting maced and you know, body slammed by cops and stuff. A lot of injuries to report. So, I mean, he'll be busy over there.
He's good with keeping up with the genders too, because it's very
well,
expertise is there.
He knows about both of them.
Apparently.
he is a doctor.
All right, so it's time for the injury report with the Gender-Fluid.
I'm really excited about this, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just run your... I wanted to talk over you while you were... and it would be kind of...
What'd you want to say?
No, that was it. It was just I want to say I'm really excited about this, guys. But it would be kind of me in the background while you're introducing it.
Okay, go.
I mean, you kind of... We can't do it now. Just you do it. You go.
No, you do it. No, you want to talk. Go ahead. You do it.
Well, no, I was never going to say that. I was just going to talk over you while you were saying it and be like, I'm excited, guys. And it would be sort of like, you know, a symphony.
All right, fine.
Just
introducing the Gender-Fluid Druid.
Hello. I am the Gender-Fluid Injury Report Druid. Darren Sproles broke his arm and tore something in his knee or something. I don't know. What am I, a doctor? In the same play in Sunday's game against the Giants. I met a Giant once. Fortunately, though, his broken hip remains intact. That's really messed up. He has a broken hip. Just like make fun of the elderly, or? Well, no. The reason I say is if you look at my contract, no Islamophobia, no transphobia, no druid phobia, no homophobia, no misogyny. And I call them differently abled because that's what they want to be called. Little people, whatever the phobia of that is, xenophobia, arachnophobia, transphobia. Did I already see? I'm not gonna sit here and do this ageist perpetuate your ageist agenda.
That's all what the Gender-Fluid Druid is all about.
25,000 Chargers fans are doubtful for Sunday's matchup against Philadelphia. Medically speaking, they suffer from a condition known as not giving a fuck. You know, you guys should like come to me for like the joke writing, because I lived in LA for a little while. I was in an improv troupe. Weather is beautiful all the time. People are just like so much more inclusive. So many other druids, fucking wizards, right? Got like the real LA experience, if you know what I mean. Flocka at Whiskey A Go Go, and I was with my buddy. He's also a druid. Just we were just it was my favorite dim sum spot in all of Koreatown. Before I was totally full-on vegan and I was more part-time pescatarian. No, you cannot find out where it is. Plain toast plus avocado. Yes. I mean, I lived there for like 6 months. Yes, I lived through an earthquake. Rob Kelly and Samuel Perini were both injured Sunday playing for the football team in Washington. You know, I can't believe that in 2017, we are still culturally appropriating what is obviously.
Just read the punchline.
No, I'm gonna read the punchline. Just let me do this. It's kind of my thing. No. I do like a fun little thing in between. I actually used to do improv when I lived in LA, and if I learned one thing about timing. It's not that important, really. So I'll do the punchline, but I'll do it after, okay? So just let me do my thing. I don't care. Just let me say my spiel. Here's the thing, all right? The white man, you know, Christopher Columbus, convicted baby raper. Everybody knows that for some reason, what white men in America, you don't have enough stuff. What did they get for naming your team the Redskins? What? Syphilis? You know, it's like just we gave him like a set of beads for Manhattan. What is that? You're gonna then now we got Washington Redskins. What's Washington Redskins? What is that? That's like the Seattle slant eyes. In the circles I run in, you don't culturally appropriate anything.
That's all we need.
Oh, I'm still doing my thing, so. No, I was with an Inuit tribe in Kaltawasha Pass, and funny thing, they actually don't like being called Eskimos. A lot of people think that, actually don't like it. Inuits is what they prefer. And that's all I have to say about that. Oh, your punchline, right?
Punchline, please?
You know, think about this punchline. It would have been a lot funnier if I read it after the first part.
Oh, really? What the fuck was that?
I gotta be honest, I don't even know who's hurt. I don't even know what that was.
Did he say anything about Sproles?
I think
ACL and
yeah, but then he talked for like 5 minutes about Islamophobia or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? Get his fucking Dr. Tony back.
You know, I don't.
We should have given him to.
I don't know if they're willing to trade him
the
back.
Fucking Spurs. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
I would take Matt Bonner over that.
I'll tell you what, Matt Bonner would have.
Fucking great.
Looking back on it, like that Matt Bonner deal is looking pretty good.
Fucked up. You done fucked up, son.
Hey.
God damn it.
That's why nobody trades with Antifa.
Fuck!
I guess we found out.
All right, now it's time for dumpster diving. Let's get into it. And
pretty uneventful week,
honestly.
That's why I put in 0 waiver claims. Was because
I think AB got Jamal Charles, who got 11.7 points last week, 9 carries, 56 yards and a touchdown. Jamal Charles, do you think against Dallas? But I mean, Denver was dominating that game anyway. So Jamal Charles. Oh, no, that was against Buffalo. Sorry, Dallas the week before, 9 carries, 46 yards, no touchdowns, only 5.2. You see how valuable the touchdown is in this league as far as scoring points.
No, it almost kind of skews things because
PPR.
Like, in order to get touchdowns on any sort of consistent basis, which, yeah, you need touchdowns, you need usage. Guys that get usage get touchdowns. It's sort of like, would you rather have Steph Curry take 1 3-pointer or DeAndre Jordan take 50? Like, I mean,
Charles doesn't have more than 10 carries at all.
Yeah, like with that kind of usage,
really
you can't start him until he starts. The threshold for me is around the 12 to 16 area.
Yeah.
Once you start to get to 12 to 16 touches a game as a running back, that's when it's like, okay, I can start you now. Before that, though, he's just a handcuff maybe. But I think even if C.J. Anderson gets hurt, dude's too old for them to just like turn him into the workhorse. I just don't see the upside. So he's high on him. Did you get Tariq Cohen?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a strange drop. I mean, Piero is just so... I think what it is, he doesn't want to drop Eifert because he traded for him.
Yeah.
So, and he knew he needed a tight end, so he ended up dropping Tariq Cohen. And it's like, the fuck was that?
He added Rob Kelly and dropped Jaquiz Rogers. He dropped Jack Doyle from Indy and got Charles Clay over at Buffalo. Added Ryan Suckup, busy fucking body. Dropped the Eagles, got the Lions D. That's actually a good pick. Lions D's been looking very good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
AB dropped Sproles, obviously. Have to. Picked at the Jags D. That might be a very big pickup because that defense is playing very... They made Baltimore look like Baltimore.
In London, so I'm not looking too much into that. But they're playing the Jets this week. That's why I'm high on them. That's why I wanted them last week.
Yeah.
I got the Jaguars with the philosophy, if I can just power through an okay performance against Baltimore, I can have a great matchup next week.
Something I've noticed here is
And
not a lot of people here are going to play these. I picked up Ryan Griffin from the Texans. I'm not going to play him unless Jordan Reed is not going to play. Then I'll plug him in there.
Yeah.
He looked good against the Pats, but the only people that are going to play are the defenses that were picked up. The Jags. You picked up Titans defense, okay, and Piero got the Lions defense, and it looks like Nambo picked up the Packers defense.
I think this week
that's all I see that's actually going to start. Everyone else is going to start. Are you going to play Danny Amendola? No, right? Just stash.
I mean, I want to see how he does. The thing is, like, I might end up using him. I got a bye week coming up. My team is so running back heavy that basically I literally have 2 wide receivers on my team. No one else is really worthy of a start unless it's a bye week. So, yeah, I could totally end up using him one of 2 bye weeks. Like, I'm so boned if A.J. Green or Tyreek Hill get hurt because my third best receiver is probably Danny Amendola at this point. Yeah. Maybe J.J. Nelson. There's a big drop-off.
Yeah, what happened?
After my second
so
best.
High on J.J. Nelson last week, too. I caught you this morning. It's Wednesday. Caught you this morning when I was going to work. And I was like, oh, yeah, waking up early to rape the waiver wire. And he's really nothing to get.
Yeah.
You know, I set my alarm to 4:30. And then, honestly, by the time I went to bed, I made my claim. I got Cohen, right? And I was like, I didn't bother waking up at 5 a.m.
No, I mean, this was a bad week to do it. I'm almost doing it now because I feel like the league expects me to. It's just kind of my
that's
thing.
Dedication, man.
You know, I just gotta like that's my thing.
I'd rather get my extra hours sleep, dude. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I think Tariq Cohen was the big get. I think almost what's more interesting is the people got dropped. Jameis Winston got dropped. And
for Alex Smith, that's Brett.
And I like Jameis
Winston
going season long. And it's another one of those where it's borderline lateral move to me. I don't know that
that's Trenton.
Swapping out Jameis Winston for Alex Smith does anything. I don't know that either of those guys, like, it's the same guy. Well, they play very differently. I guess that's not true, but I like Jameis Winston. He doesn't have any bye weeks. His bye week was week 1, so he plays every week. He's a perfect backup quarterback for a guy with a really good starting quarterback, I think. And then the Cardinals D got dropped, and they got a choice matchup this week.
Yeah.
And you hung on to the Cardinals this fucking long. Come on, man. You drafted them. Let's go. So though that was more curious to me than the ads was those drops.
Kirk Cousins at quarterback right now. Kirk Cousins. Do you think he's going to start Winston over Cousins against Kansas City, or Winston? Alex Smith against Washington. Yeah, it's basically like
maybe that is his thinking. Is he's like, all right, Kirk Cousins played well. I want to hold on to him, but they're going to get throttled by the Chiefs this week. Maybe I'll just grab Alex Smith for that matchup.
Trent doing something like that.
And it's not the dumbest logic.
His running backs, LaShawn McCoy, DeMarco Murray. He's 0-3. All right, with LaShawn McCoy, DeMarco Murray,
who he benched last week though, and had 18 points for him on his bench.
Because when I traded it to him, he
got hurt almost immediately.
Fournette and Hopkins, and he got hurt, left early. Derrick Henry seemed to take over the backfield. Now they come back, and he had a decent game.
Well, now Derrick Henry's apparently
I'll tell you
hurt.
what, you start him against Houston, though. I benched him last year against Houston. Home team bias, right? Fucked me in the ass. Don't do it. Play your studs. It's got Kelsey, Deshaun Jackson. I also gave him. Jackson had a good
I love Kelsey.
Yeah.
I've dabbled with trying to make a trade for Kelsey with him, but then I'd be so heavily invested in the Chiefs offense that I just...
That's too... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as far as dumpster diving is concerned, I think we've covered about...
I think we did it. We dove that dumpster.
We really picked every little bit out of that dumpster.
Scoured the
There's
bottom.
Nothing there.
I found a half-eaten sandwich, and I ate it.
Next, we're going to go to Boneheads and Boner Jams. Okay.
Oh, wow. I guess we were planning on Piero doing this, so we did 0 show prep for
we have
our Bonehead and our Boner
Not only did we
Jam.
fucking trade our injury reporter, okay,
Yeah.
we got our Boneheads and Boner Jams asshole. He's day-to-day. And then B-Dub's week-to-week, man, with a fucking sore vagina. So I just don't know if we're powering through this. We're doing it ourselves. All right.
Doing it live.
All right.
Any candidates?
Honorable mentions for Bonehead. No, it's Boner Jam. I want to congratulate people before we tell them they're fucking idiots.
Nambo for going 3-0. Highest scorer last week. Pretty impressive after losing the number 1 overall pick. When your very first draft pick is number, 20 overall, 19 overall, and that's the first player that you actually get to roster.
He pulled out 108.2 and beat Preston 97.7.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Like, good on you, buddy. I don't know that Hogan's going to continue to produce at that level. But, hey, man, good on you, bro.
Baldwin, Chris Hogan, Zach Ertz.
I love Zach Ertz.
Prescott at QB. Lamar Miller not doing much.
No, that's going to...
And McCaffrey finally did something for him in that trade I gave him. So, but McCaffrey, all receiving yards. All of it. He's had like over 100 yards receiving. So
that's kind of how they're using him.
Not really. If this was a bonus league, he would have won by a lot more.
You mean a PPR league or?
I mean bonus like for like big touchdown.
Oh, did he have some
yardage.
big touchdowns?
If you break 100, you get like a point. You know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So, Nambo with a little.
Well, I'll just give it to him. Do we have any other? Who are you going to make the number 1 overall? I haven't even thought of anyone that I'm overly impressed with. Really?
I don't know how to compete. You lose David Johnson, you make a trade, you're 3-0. Boner Jam,
dude. Like, undisputed. Number 1.
Boner Jam's 99.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
I want to be a baller.
Oh, yeah.
Worst team names. So bad.
What, with the Paul Wall logo?
It makes it kind of funny.
It has Lamar Miller, H-style of that.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Bonehead.
Piero for dropping Tariq Cohen, because Tariq Cohen very quickly became the number 1 must-get waiver wire ad. And Tariq Cohen's not even available in most leagues, so I guess dropping Tariq Cohen's pretty boneheadish.
I'm just pissed off he still has Andrew fucking Luck on his bench.
I mean, I could be the bonehead for cutting the Jags early Saturday morning.
That trade for Tyler Eifert? Giving you Tevin Coleman and who?
It's looking worse, yeah.
It's just
Tevin Coleman and Martellus Bennett. Now, Martellus Bennett hasn't given me much, but tight ends have been so thin. Even his paltry 4-6 points he gives me is kind of like sought after, I would say, in this, and not in just this league, in all the leagues. Tight ends are getting hurt left and right. Everybody's underproducing. Teams aren't using tight ends that much anymore. Okay, Martellus Bennett wasn't a great steal, but...
He played Jack Doyle from Indy, right? It was
a
31-28 win for Indy. -0.4. That's why he dropped and picked up Charles Clay. But he still has Andrew Luck on his... Andrew Luck's not
Dude, look at his bench. Now that he got rid of Doug Martin, it's a little better. Or no, he still has... Or is his suspension up? I think his
suspension is still there, yeah.
Dude, his bench is just like... The bad news Bears, man. It's suspended, doubtful, out, questionable.
And his RB1 Melvin Gordon is questionable. Joe Mixon looked okay for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Maybe you put him in there for Kelvin Benjamin, who's questionable.
Dude, there are scarlet letters all over his bench, man. Like just big red D's and Q's and O's.
And SSPD.
You like that literary reference? SSP? Oh,
SSP
yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that's not as common, but that is on his bench.
Stupid.
Dude, he should have nutted up, just accepted that he made a horrible trade with me. Been like, all right, I made a horrible trade with Rob. I gave him Martellus Bennett and Tevin Coleman for nothing at all.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to move on from Tyler Eifert. Instead, he's so like, I don't want to admit I made a bad trade, that he clings on to Eifert in the hopes this guy's going to turn on and drops Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen is a legit week in, week out flex option in almost any format.
In most ESPN projections, PPR, non-PPR, he was probably the number 1, number 2 person taken off of waiver wires.
Yeah, I mean, and I really think it was all just arrogance. He couldn't bring himself to cut Eifert.
You have Mike Glennon as a quarterback, and yes, they beat Pittsburgh. You were saying
Mike Glennon, what you talking about?
He's the quarterback for the Bears.
Oh,
yeah. And you said this, that every once in a while, like Ben Roethlisberger will go on the road and fucking stink. Just terrible. And that was that game. That was a road game in Chicago. They won, and Chicago won in overtime. That was one of those Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
And he took credit for it. Not credit, but like he blamed himself after the
game.
I
did it. It was all Big Ben.
You figured it out. You fingered me. Well, I fingered her. But anyway. I think, but Cohen, I picked him up. I'm not happy with Gillislee after last week, but Gillislee has like that he can get you 3 points or he can get you 2 touchdowns.
You know who's a bonehead? Paul has had an empty bench spot for like a week and a half, and he's 0-3. And he has an empty bench spot. You know, when Reagan wants to get the league high and drop 150 on our ass and call us up and tell us he likes having an empty bench spot, we'll laugh at him.
Yeah.
But we won't necessarily give him the bonehead for it because he did drop 150 on our asses. If you're gonna miss the draft, go 0-3 and have an empty bench spot, I mean, we should just cancel the whole segment. You're the bonehead every week. You suck. Right?
Yeah, and he traded for Isaiah Crowell. 144 rush yards total this season.
Great.
Terrible. Well, I guess points to B-Dub for trade raping Paul Sack.
Yeah.
Or what? No. Oh, he's Breeze nuts now. Remember I told you he was fucking in love with Drew Brees? He took that trade for Drew Brees. Now his team name is Breeze Nuts.
Let me guess, that was his team name in previous seasons you played with him?
I fucking told you.
Shaw.
It's like you're in love with like Kansas City running backs. Like, he's just in love with Drew Brees.
Dude, my love of Kansas City running backs is way more based in logic and reality, okay? Kansas City running backs are killing it. Oh, you know, by the way, Kareem Hunt, #1 fantasy scorer, all positions.
Wow.
There's not even a quarterback that's outscored him.
Trust me.
Yeah, just me. Oh, I bet in that other league he's destroying
anyone that has Kareem Hunt in their fucking league and he's not the RB1 is probably doing good.
Yeah.
If he's your RB2,
dude, I was looking at it.
Nobody had anything to say about him.
In terms of total points this year, Kareem Hunt #1, Devonta Freeman #4, Delvin Cook #8.
Wow.
I'm so bitter about that. If I would have waited 3 weeks, I could have gotten back Aaron Rodgers and some. Like, a lot more than Paul Perkins. Ugh. I think I should be the bonehead.
You really high on Paul Perkins?
No.
This is kind of like you didn't wake up at 5 a.m. to fucking pick up Paul Perkins.
No, I traded for Paul. It was sort of a throw-in because I gave him Dalvin Cook, and it was like, well, you got to give me back something. You need to at least give me a 7th round-ish running back along with Aaron Rodgers. And that's what Paul Perkins was. He was like a 7th rounder, but he's absolute dog shit. Guy's terrible. All right.
I want to go and just make some predictions here. Jeez, there's a lot of injuries this week in the league.
I guess I'm at a total disadvantage. Yeah. I'm in between phones right now.
I'm gonna break it down for you, dude.
So give me the projection before you.
Everyone but us first, okay? So up first we got Tom Underdog, Reagan versus wannabe baller Eric Campbell.
What's the projected total before we go into it?
Projected totals.
Just so we know who ESPN thinks is gonna win. Start with that. Show B-Dub how it's done. Maybe you can incorporate this into your bit, B-Dub. You ever think of that?
Man, just the fact that he even had the audacity to tell me he was busy, it's unbelievable.
We own you,
all right, I'm looking at
Brett.
the projected total now. I got to look at it first before I go into the actual roster. Reagan 99.9, Nambo 91.1.
So Reagan's a favorite here.
At 1 and 2 against Nambo.
Let's see if we agree with it.
All right.
Who are the matchups? What are we working with?
Tom Brady versus Dak Prescott.
Well, I mean, where are their matchups?
Tom Brady against Carolina at home.
Oh, I like
Dak Prescott against LA Rams at home.
Not a huge fan.
Jay Ajayi, questionable, against New Orleans at home. Lamar Miller against Tennessee at home.
Okay, we're never gonna be able to go through all
you wanna
20
do
players.
this? You wanna fucking do
Yeah,
this?
just give me a couple matchups you think are crazy, like really
Jay
plus
Ajayi
matchups.
with Miami against New Orleans. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's,
It's a
gonna be
soft defense.
It's a soft defense, but it's a soft passing defense. And
It's a soft
Jay
defense
Ajayi,
all around.
yes.
And Jay
He's
Cutler
injured.
sucks, dude.
Jay
Like,
Cutler's like smoking stogies on the sideline.
dude, I've been hearing some rumors that people are not super excited about what they've seen out of Jay Cutler in Miami.
Jay Cutler's too busy smoking a stogie on the sideline, and he's talking to Kristen Cavallari, his wife. She's like, "So, girl, I'm gonna pound you so fucking hard tonight." Just like, hold on.
Hey, babe, could you pick me up a pack of smokes on your way home? It's been a long day at work. Like, more interceptions than usual. Yeah, Cutler sucks.
I'll say what's interesting. He's playing Chris Thompson, who's done really good, not rushing, but just catching the ball and breaking off big plays.
Yeah.
And he's a Washington running back.
I'm not sold
Rob
on Chris
Kelly.
Thompson. I know he had a huge week last week.
Dude,
I'm
yeah.
not sold.
But
sorry.
he's had a decent first 3 weeks, actually. Chris Thompson has gotten 11.6, 22.6, 24.8. So
Wow.
it's like you see that.
Maybe
you're
I'm
like,
sleeping
the
on Chris Thompson.
First 3 weeks, you're like, I'm not going to fucking play this clown. You know, he's not going to do this every week. And then
Maybe I'm sleeping.
Week, so I think Reagan has the potential to score a lot of points, but people like Chris Thompson, much like his team, boom or bust. All right. And thank God Seattle went negative because that's the only reason I
I
beat
just
him
can't
last
see
week.
him really getting the workload.
Yeah.
Like if Perrine or Kelly come back and they're healthy, they're just so much more built for a north-south style of run, whereas he's very much a third down option. You know, I actually heard a quote that was like, they talked to Gruden about it, and he's like, something along the lines of, I know he's going to be bothering me to get more touches, and he's not going to get them. Like, he is what he is. They know what he is. Here's the thing. Chris Thompson isn't some nobody that came out of nowhere.
Right.
He's been there for years. He's
like-
always
he's
been
like
there.
Christine Michael.
Yeah, I've seen this before, man. Maybe I haven't seen this kind of production out of him before, which does...
It's like when Christine Michael was on the Seahawks. All of a sudden, he was great. He was dropped by the end of the season and picked up by the Packers, and he was fucking worthless.
Did I tell you he offered me Tyreek Hill? Or he offered me Chris Thompson for Tyreek Hill? And I couldn't reject it fast enough. I was like,
laugh him out of the
get
building.
the fuck
as
out
far
of
as
here.
Nambo's concerned, Lamar Miller, Christian McCaffrey as his RB1, RB2, Doug Baldwin, Chris. He's 3-0. So
He can afford to give one up. I'm giving it to Reagan. Yeah, we definitely gotta go with this.
Yeah,
I almost forgot we were doing predictions
like we're doing
here.
predictions, man. Like fuck hey, stay with
Let's
me. All right,
power
so
through
yeah,
this.
we're going with Reagan on that one against Nambo. Because fuck you, Nambo. There's only room for one undefeated person this year.
Lucky we spent like 7 minutes dissecting
Look at this,
it.
like it's a preview of the Sacco Bowl. Breeze Nuts versus Bailey for MVP.
Oh, wow.
Summers and Kerrigan. All right, now Paul projected 87.4. Trenton projected 87.6.
Let's spend as little time. Where were we? You were
Jesus.
talking about Tom Brady or some shit. What were we talking about right before that? Let's just
Cooks.
move on to the next. Who was our
Cooks.
prediction for this?
We're talking about Brandon Cooks
Oh.
playing for New England, and yeah, I just okay. AB versus Brent Ward. I'm gonna go with AB. He's gonna score more points. That's how you win ball games.
Okay.
All right. That's just what I'm gonna
So
do.
you win ball games. Okay.
So, dude, beat up. You got Tyrod Taylor at your quarterback spot, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously, leave.
Who did he drop? I think he dropped Jameis to get Tyrod. Or maybe I'm mixed
What
up.
the
I don't know.
fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not super high on Tyrod.
All right, let's go to your game. You're playing Preston when the Le'Veon breaks, which I hope is a Led Zeppelin reference.
I guess.
And Freeman cost $1.05. So you are projected 111.3. And
Doing all right over there, Morty?
yeah. Preston is 99.7.
What am I projected?
111.3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, they really got me as a big favorite. I got a lot of choice matchups this week. And the fact of the matter is, Kareem Hunt plus Devontae Freeman is greater than Ezekiel Elliott plus Le'Veon Bell. Maybe no one saw that coming, but to date right now, that is true. You need to deal with that, Preston. I have better running backs than you do, motherfucker. What's up? Mr. number 2 overall draft pick, Le'Veon Bell grabbing.
I think he's really weak at receiver because he went so high on those.
Yeah.
And he took a chance, and now he has Zeke and Bell. All right, but I beat him because they had both had shitty weeks.
Yeah.
Right, and that's probably not going to happen.
But the rest of his team is pretty thin.
One of them's going to do something.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just kind of weak at the receiver spot. So long as Devontae and Kareem Hunt toe the line, you should come out on top.
I'm feeling good about it.
Yes,
Finish it with
sir.
your game, I guess, right?
Oh, yeah. You want to see my game?
Think you're about due for a loss.
Oh, fucking A.
Can feel it.
I went to bed down by 12 or something
That was so
like
retarded.
Like 10. And I wake up, Seahawks defense went -4.
I'm so mad that you didn't
Crabtree-
lose that game because I really wanted you to take the same L that I took week 1, where you just blow up on Thursday and then your team shits the bed and then you lose.
Yeah.
And somehow Reagan blew it.
Crabtree
Ridiculous.
blew. Oh, the Seahawks defense.
Seahawks defense blew
That's
it mostly.
Dude, anytime you lose because your defense
Crabtree got
went
hurt.
negative.
So, I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't think he's
He
out
took a shot to the ribs, right?
something or the chest or something.
man.
Yeah, he
Dude,
left early.
Championship teams just find ways to win, all right? Just got to get
Sure.
used to it.
Yeah, that's what it
All right,
was.
I'm projected 93.3. H. Stein, Dine, Piero at 89.9. And we've already, he's just made some bonehead moves on the waivers. Too much of a busybody. Do I go 4-0?
It's looking like it. You know, I put money on Piero to outscore Brett, and it was mostly a bet against Brett more so than a bet for Piero. It was a bet for Piero on some level, but man, Piero's team is looking
Melvin Gordon's hurt.
pretty
He's got
rough.
Joe Mixon in there at RB2.
Joe Mixon, I think, is gonna it's Joe Mixon time.
Jordy Nelson against Chicago. Keenan Allen against Philly.
I like Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
He's
Demaryius
got some good
Thomas.
receivers. He's got an okay team. It's just they've been really underperforming.
He's 2-1. I wouldn't panic if I were him. I haven't
Not a
done,
lot of points, though.
I haven't done anything. I don't know who I'm going to play at the flex. I don't know if I'm going with Snead or Gillisley or Thielen or Alan Hearns, Bernard.
I
Cohen.
probably like Thielen of those, or maybe Cohen. Who's Cohen? Who the?
Cohen's playing against Green Bay.
I like Cohen in the flex right there.
Just pick him up and play him.
Could be a hard, yeah. It could be a high scoring game. I mean,
With Mike Glennon as the quarterback in Chicago. I mean, Bears won because they were able to run the ball.
you know how much
Pittsburgh.
easier it is to just check down to your running back every play. There's a reason that this guy gets so many targets. Like he really is kind of a receiver.
I was kind of hoping for Willie Snead. That's who I have there right now.
Not fresh out of a suspension.
Playing
you can't
against
play him yet.
Miami, and it's in London, 9:30 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, I
So-
hate those London games. After playing Buck Allen last week, I won't have anything to do with London games at all.
I haven't decided who I'm going to play in my flex, but I'm sure if you look us up, and you look at my roster here at the ESPN account, you'll see who I play. But we do have
We're all waiting with bated breath, Tyler.
to see who. I wish I had the cliffhanger music. So now we want to go into our last segment.
I thought that was our last segment.
Well, some guy came in, and Walter wanted to talk about.
Oh, that guy again.
He's got his own predictions. He pays us to come on this show.
You know, the thing is, that wizard was so terrible, and no one else showed up this week. Hey, fuck it. Just, yeah.
All right, fine.
Walter.
All right,
Go ahead, Walter.
Go, Walter.
Now we got Eric Decker's wife, Jessie James Decker. I would gladly join ISIS just so I can put my big toe into her moist pussy.
You know, I don't even know why we're surprised. What didn't he? Didn't he do something similar last time?
Yeah, that was bad.
Well, we still got 2 more of those from him. So, do you want me to throw them away or?
No, keep them. Hey, thanks for joining us this week. Week 4, Ty and Slob now in syndication. Check us out on Facebook and follow us on Twitter as well. And go to tyandslob.com for more information.
Enough of this.
Oh, it's so fucking hot!
That's it, all over. No, you can't have that time back in your life. But you spent it well. Thanks for listening to Ty and Slob, now in syndication. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Ty and Slob and like us on Facebook. Go to tyandslob.com for more.